We now have the footage from Kevin Federline's interview about Britney Spears and their children's relationship with her. So let's go ahead and see what he has to say about Britney.
It's kind of interesting to see how we fell in love, got in fights.
She was the pop superstar who fell in love with a dancer. The marriage of Britney Spears and Kevin Federline lasted only 3 years, but it produced 2 children. Jaden and Preston are teenagers now, and there are moments of togetherness in Britney's relationship with them, as this picture from last spring shows. But according to the boys' father, those moments are rare.
The boys have decided that, you know, they're not seeing her right now. It's been a few months since they've actually even seen her. They made the decision not to go to her wedding.
Kevin Federline says that the sons he had with Britney Spears during their...
It is a little bit odd that right off the bat it is about the children and her relationship with the kids. Guys, I want to start off by saying that I thought the interview was going to be more than this. If it is, we'll check back in. But like, I thought they were going to be like at the house, interviewing the kids, interviewing the wife, showing everything else. Maybe that was a Daily Mail exclusive, but it's not. Like, this isn't what I was anticipating.
Their brief marriage did used to spend time at their mother's house, but then they decided to stop visiting.
There's a lot of things that were going on that they just didn't feel comfortable with. They made sure that I knew what was going on. And at that point, that was, you know, it was...
How did they make sure that you knew?
Well, they started sending me videos and certain things that they were like, look, I'm telling you that this is happening.
Britney Spears has...
Wow. So my initial response hearing that is that Kevin Federline 110% needs to be deposed in this situation with Britney and her father and what he did to her, because thinking about this, like, what did he get videos of? Was she super, like, my personal opinion is when I hear this, I'm assuming that she was super drugged and acting crazy, like, you know, wild in front of her children. I don't want to say crazy because I really do feel like she was forced medication that she wasn't supposed to have. We've heard this before about the lithium and everything like that. So, I don't know what it could be, but it seems like it was pretty bad and the kids were, you know, witnessing it. So was it something inflicted on her? Was it her behavior due to something that was going on? I'm not entirely sure, but comment below what you guys take away from that part.
Britney Spears has posted on social media her response to what Mr. Federline has had to say. It saddens me, she says, to hear that my ex-husband has decided to discuss the relationship between me and my children. As we all know, raising teenage sons is never easy for anyone. I gave them everything, she says. Only one word. Hurtful. Britney's enormous success earlier in her career came at a terrible cost to her mental health, and her celebrity meant that her suffering was very often caught on camera.
I've been in the conservatorship for 13 years.
Only recently was she released from a legal arrangement known as a conservatorship, under which her father oversaw her personal affairs. For 13 years, Jamie Spears had control over his daughter's movements, her finances, and relationships. Free Britney! It gave rise to the Free Britney movement, a social media campaign which saw fans gather outside her many courtroom attempts.
Oh my gosh, I'm like literally look for myself. Am I there? I remember like being with her and stuff. I'm there somewhere. I wonder if I can see myself.
The conservatorship
probably not in any of it.
Saved Britney's life.
Jamie Spears came to me and it's like, pretty much, I don't know what to do. I want to help. You know, my daughter, I want to help. I mean, I saw a man that really cared and really cares about his family and wanting everything to be okay, you know.
So you feel Jamie might have saved his daughter?
100%, I feel like he saved her back then.
Britney has described her father's relationship with her as, and while she has said she has no plans to perform again, She continues to communicate with her legions of fans via her social media feed, and according to the father of her sons, they are posts which can cause problems for the boys.
I apologize for them, to them, for them, because I can't imagine how it feels to be a teenager, having to go to high school. Who knows how many people ask them about it or talk.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I have empathy and some sympathy for these boys and what they're describing here. The issue I have right here is, why is this being made like super public? Like, I know the pictures are public. I guess maybe that's why this is being made public, but I'm kind of like, oh wow, like, why does he need to talk about this? It's totally a hit piece. And then right before they get into these inappropriate pictures, they're talking about how Jamie was such a good guy. Yet no, Britney's the one who's like, you know, harming her children, you know, through these photos. It just seems like a narrative that was completely written out for this news network to cover.
About it or talk to them about it. And I try to explain to them, like, you know, look, that's maybe just another way that she tries to express herself, but it doesn't take away from the fact that what it does to them, you know, it's tough. If there was a way, any way that I could possibly say something to just open the eye for her to see, like, I don't know what that is. I haven't found that yet, because I feel like if I found that, I'd be on the phone trying to tell her.
The family of Britney Spears has always been a big, but very often painful part of her life. The father of her children now speaks of yet more sadness and separation. Geraint Vincent, ITV News.
That seems kind of short, right? And also, like, where are the scenes where he's sitting outside with his wife and they're all like, go happy lucky? It just seems like this wasn't the interview we were promised. And I went back to the BuzzFeed article where we initially talked about the situation, and it references this article and, like, I mean, this interview. And if you hear the interview, you heard a lot of the quotes that the Daily Mail used, but it sounds like the Daily Mail got even more from Kevin. So this is a really nasty hit piece, I think, like, that is just designed to try to make Britney look like she has no relationship with her children, which is something that they've tried to force down for so long to make Britney look like a bad mother. And you guys even see Sam Asghari's out here defending her and noting the fact that the children will be 18 and they'll be able to make their own choices and see if they want to have a relationship with their mother. Because I feel like a lot of this can be driven by Kevin, and Kevin seems to have some type of spite towards her. I mentioned in my other video that I believed he was making like $20,000 a month. It turns out it was like $10,000 a week at some point, so $40K a month by being this, you know, father figure that he's supposed to be. So this guy's been cashing in, and I just think this interview alone is something that will never, like, be cool. Like, Britney should never forgive him for things like this. Like, he's going to the media and doing his sit-down interview. Jamie Lynn did her sit-down interview. Everyone's doing their sit-down interview about Britney when she hasn't even publicly spoken, and who knows if she's even allowed to go and speak about what she's gone through. So I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. I think Kevin just seemed like a total jerk in that, and I would be really disappointed if I was Britney. I would also send Matthew Rosengard to go handle it. So comment below and I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys.